I'm Captain Mal.
I'm your boy T Crawler.
I'm Weapon 2. Welcome. It's good to see ya.
And today we're bringing you our official review for Titans Season 2. But before we dive into this, I just want to say thank you for joining us on this momentous occasion because the three phenoms of TWG are finally back. Yes, world's greatest nation, the pencil mustache has returned. We are back. The Trinity is here with the hoodie. Throw it up. Hoodie's back. And we are going to give you our thoughts.
For Dan Coles.
Dan Coles. Top fan Dan Coles. There you go. We're back, baby. You're welcome. But yes, we were talking about the DC Universe original series Titans. We're talking about Titans Season 2, which was pretty damn good for the most part. We're going to keep the first part of this review spoiler-free. Let you know when we start diving deep. T. Crawler, welcome back to the fold. What did you think of Titans Season 2?
Man, so I love that.
I can tell you're excited.
You did this. You did the hand rub. You did the T. Crawler hand rub.
Yeah,
That's how you know.
I loved Season 2 was freaking awesome. I like Season 1 was, we already talked about that, but Season 2 was just like, they continued to just be awesome. And I keep saying it's like this Titans series, and I think just Berlanti stuff is like better than the freaking DC movies that have been out there. You know, and I'm not talking about Joker because that really did well. You know, that's really good. It did really well. But the other stuff that has kind of flopped, I mean, this freaking Titan series is just freaking out. I wish this was a movie, but at the same time, I don't. I'm glad it's not because you get more story in the series. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Like, you get a lot of stuff that the fans want, they give it to you. So, and there's a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, but I have to wait till the spoiler portion, so.
Yeah, so I really liked Season 1 of Titans. I was kind of hesitant to watch it. It took me a little bit of nudging by this man to my left. And then I did it, and I was really into it despite some flaws. But it was a really good series. It was kind of what I wanted from the Titans. Season 2 of Titans started out with more of the same. It was very good to start. I feel like Episode 4, the Aqualad episode, was probably the best episode of the season. It was great. The characters were great. The story was engrossing and all that. And then at about the 2/3 of the way mark into the season, falls off a fucking cliff. The fucking finale was absolutely 100% terrible and almost ruined everything about this season for me. I have a lot of bitching and complaining to do about that episode because what the actual fuck? As a whole, this season was good. I was happy with it. I thought they did a lot of things very well. I can't emphasize enough how hard of a cliff that the freaking finale falls off of. But that's just my humble opinion. We need to talk about spoilers to talk about what my issues were. Weapon 2, what are your thoughts as a whole, spoiler-free?
I liked it. For me, I think one of my favorite episodes was what was his name? Connor? The Superboy hybrid.
Very good.
I like that. I thought that was a good episode. I agree with you. I like tons of the characters in here. I like the way a lot of stuff is done. There was too many subplots going on in this thing where it just was going in so many directions, you know, and there was some certain ones that got, we got too much going on here, folks. So for me, that was some of the stuff was just seemed like it's going in a lot of different directions.
And on that note, again, spoiler free, but it felt like they were struggling to find reasons to bring the characters back together.
Right.
It felt like they really didn't know what to do with certain characters. There were a lot of subplots that kind of didn't make any sense. I will say it seemed like they learned a lesson from Season 1 in that they kind of realized that some of their best episodes kind of had nothing to do with the core members of the Titans. So like Hawk and Dove are in this a lot more. Right. Wonder Girl is in this a lot more. And they added the new characters like Superboy are in this a lot more. So like characters that I really liked from Season 1 that weren't featured a lot were in this quite a bit. They were prominent main characters, and I thought that was really cool. As the first season, the tone is a lot darker, the tone is a lot grittier, and this, I can't emphasize this enough, there's a lot of cursing, and it's not because it's like, hey, cursing makes everything better. No, but they reacted to things, and they said words in certain situations that just normal adults would. And it lends a level of realism to the show that I think they definitely were going for.
Yep.
As you may or may not know, Sir Friendzone himself was cast as Bruce Wayne. And I initially, upon his casting, I hated it. After watching this season, though, I have to say I hated it. It still sucks. I'll talk about that in depth in the spoilers. I didn't like that at all. Did you guys like him as Bruce Wayne?
I was trying to get over it, just the fact that who he was and what I'm used to seeing him in. It's just, I don't know. It was really hard for me to get past that.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne can't be 85. What are we talking about, people?
So,
were you okay with that? What did you think?
I couldn't ever see him being Batman.
No.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
like,
the
I
thing.
never see him
I
in
could
a
see
suit.
him being an old rich guy. I just couldn't see him
The
being
problem
Batman.
is, like, he's a great actor, and he's funny, and he's witty, and some of the scenes we'll talk about in spoilers, like he was in, were great. But I can't look at somebody like Hawk and believe for a heartbeat that this dude can beat the shit out of him.
Right.
Can't fucking happen.
Like, if
so.
he put on that suit right now, what could he, I mean,
What is he gonna do? Yeah, does he have a bat walker? Like, I don't know. Whatever. So don't want to get too into spoilers, but as a whole, okay. I liked the season. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it for the most part. Deathstroke was fucking awesome. I really liked where that character. I liked this version of Deathstroke.
Yeah.
That fell off a fucking cliff, but I liked it to start. I can't really talk more about it without spoiling anything. Can you guys think of anything else to say? Non-spoilers.
No.
No. Anything?
No.
Okay, cool. So,
Let's spoil this shit!
spoiler alerts! So, let's start with Deathstroke. Deathstroke is set up to be the big bad of this season, right?
Right.
This is kind of a different version of Deathstroke than what you might have seen from the Berlanti verse or other interpretations of him. I liked it. I thought the actor who played him was quite good. I liked the kind of the whole mystery setup between what happened with him and the original version of the Titans, and the more that progressed, we see how the Titans broke down and how like they involved his son Jericho and how they did some pretty shady shit also. Because the best episode that I thought was Aqualad, and we see the relationship between him and between Donna Troy and how Deathstroke inadvertently murders fucking Aqualad even though he was going for a different target.
Yeah.
And we see the ramifications of that and how everything happens. I thought that entire storyline was great. I was all on board for that. Weapon 2, did you like that? What did you think about that storyline?
Yes, I liked all that.
Awesome.
I like that. No. I mean,
Yes, I like it. All right.
I liked a whole bunch of this. I'll tell you where things started getting kind of wacky for me. Wasn't it weird that he went to prison for like a little while until he just, I mean, it was like,
Talking about Dick Grayson.
yeah, it's like he went to prison and it was like he was going to summer camp.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm gonna get myself arrested and thrown into prison. I'll give it a try and then I'll probably just leave or something. It was really weird.
And never
but
saw somebody escapes.
for me, one of the biggest plot things was how they kept going in weird, separate directions. And then the weird thing where who's the girl with the black devil magic?
Raven.
Raven, I guess, made everybody think that they were meeting Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
to try to get them together.
Yeah.
That whole plot thing right there was so
Forced.
weird and forced and ambiguous. Is that a word?
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous. There we go. It was just too weird for me, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I think it kind of hurt the story because you can't figure out whether it is Bruce Wayne, and then you're buying it. Oh, maybe Bruce Wayne's trying to get them all together,
Right.
and then like they're eating dinner, and he's like, I don't even know what the heck you're talking about.
Right.
So it's just little things like that were like, this plot is going in so many different directions. I don't even know where they think they're trying to get to at some point.
So I'm going to real quick before I let you defend the show. I'm gonna rattle off all the things I didn't like about the season.
Well,
I'm gonna do it in rapid fire succession, unless you want to comment on that.
Well,
Real quick.
I thought
Okay,
we were
go ahead.
talking about
Deathstroke. That's right. Okay, before I get mean, let's talk about Deathstroke.
I agree with you on like this Deathstroke. I like this version of Deathstroke. I really like how they introduced him, and you saw how the Titans were actually they're fearing this person. So they made him like an ominous character, like you know, which he should be. Now, so the casting, how he is, and all this stuff, that was great. And then the stuff that Web 2 was saying about the prison, that I agree with you. That was kind of, you know, they could have did without that. They could have did something else with that whole storyline. But you know, like you said, you didn't show him escape, and you didn't see like, okay, if you're thinking realistic, like there's records of this guy being in prison, now he's not there. But I think they leave that for the audience to be like, okay, well he has the tech of Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Wayne's gonna help him like just disappear off their records and all that other stuff. Like you're just supposed to imagine like he made it out because he's Dick Grayson, whatever. So it's like
Reasons.
again, but that part should have been left out because like he said, it's almost like he went to a summer camp to pout for a while, which you know. So, but okay, now then we can go to whatever. I just wanted to make sure before I lost that. Before I lost that thought, you know.
Here's the deal. I like the show. I do. But I'm going to tell you some shit that bothered me. Okay. Deathstroke's introduction was really, really good. He was badass. I like when we're seeing the flashback scenes, we show how a formidable opponent he is in that he can handle Wonder Girl on his own. He can handle fucking Nightwing on his own. He beats the shit out of fucking members of the Titans single fucking
Why can't we
handedly.
handle them all together? That's the thing. It's the thing that drives me crazy.
But then in the
you should
finale,
have a team. Some guys
Nightwing
with them.
finally shows up in the Nightwing costume while the four of them are in the car, and he's just like, "Who's hurt? Corey. She got grazed with a bullet. All right, you see to her. I'm gonna handle him. Okay, hang on. She's healed in 3 seconds. All right, we're staying here. Even Wonder Girl and Dove in the front seat who can fight. That's cool. We'll hang out here. You got this. Even though he's shown the ability to murder all of us single-handedly. Oh, his daughter's helping you. We're gonna watch." That's what happens. Like, they don't help. He's set up as the big bad for this entire fucking season, and there's no... It should have been all of the Titans against him. Now, also, spoilers, Wonder Girl dies in the dumbest fucking way.
Hated it!
So, first of all, they killed Deathstroke in the first 10 minutes of the finale. And then they gotta go wrap up Gar, fucking Beast Boy, who, by the way, second point of contention and things I hated, useless. Fucking useless in this season, has fuck all to do, nobody gives a shit, waste of space. Okay, he's a tiger, he gets fucking Hadouken upper punch,
Easily
nobody
manipulated.
cares. He doesn't give a shit.
It wasn't completely useless. They would use him as spar.
Useless! Fucking useless! Okay, so the whole point is they need to stop fucking a brainwashed Superboy, which that whole plot wasn't terrible. It was okay, it was entertaining, but it was not as good as Deathstroke's plot. But anyway, so they wrap everything up. Everything's fine, everything's cool. And then this random ass tower starts to fall, presumably on a little girl, but this is shot so poorly.
Which never should have killed her.
It never, hang on,
whatsoever.
it never even really shows who's in danger, and Dove goes to save somebody, I guess, and like just fucking protect a little girl. Now, you have Superboy, who should have reacted way faster.
Right.
You have Raven, who could have held that tower. But no, Wonder Girl goes.
Well, Wonder
and
Girl
holds
should
up-
have been able to handle it.
Fine, holds up the tower.
Yes.
And
No
then
problem.
apparently gets electrocuted
Yeah, and
by
kills her. Bull.
fucking dead. An Amazonian
Bullshit.
fucking dead.
No.
And then they play this.
Oh
Like, this is this heartbreaking fucking thing. And they're like, she's a warrior. She died in battle. And I'm like, did she?
No.
Did she die in battle?
No.
Nah, bro. That is...
And she shouldn't have died. That wouldn't have killed her.
What should have fucking happened is they should have been having a fight against Deathstroke,
Right.
and she'd have murdered her in the fight.
Right.
And if you want to do a sacrificing thing to
Sure.
save Dawn or whoever the fuck you want her to save,
Right.
fine. Have her die in battle because that's what an Amazon does. So she does. She
In
does. die in
some way
battle.
that's going to make me believe like she should have.
That was the dumbest fucking death possible. I don't care what the fuck you say against that. But then it's fine. If you want to kill her, I'm not against killing her. That was fucking stupid,
Yeah.
right? So then they're sending her body to Themyscira, and then Raven goes with her for reasons to try to, oh, maybe I can bring her back, whatever. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? That was stupid. Dick Grayson's transformation into Nightwing, okay, why did you make me wait until the finale?
Yeah, I wanted to see that happen
That should have
earlier.
happened sooner. Fine. Did the transformation have to be so heavy-handed? Like, okay, I hate shows and movies that just spoon feed you everything. It's like, dude, I'm not stupid. You don't need to lay everything out. Like, literally, he's having these flashbacks, like these fucking hallucinations of Bruce Wayne, which were funny as shit, right? Him dancing on stage were
did the
hilarious.
whole Batman
All of that,
Yeah,
great.
like, oh.
But then he's like, not a Robin, something else, a bird of prey. I'm like, oh, cool. Why don't you just fucking a Nightwing, wink? Like, seriously, is that what we're doing? Do we have to be so fucking heavy-handed with the metaphor? I get it. And then the whole prison guy, he's like, oh, this is my bird god who will save me. It's like, really? We got to
Yeah.
this is what we're this is
This
how we're
is
doing.
Nightwing.
This is what is it El Gato Nightwingo? Like that whole thing was just like way too fucking much.
Yeah.
It was like that was stupid. There's other things that I thought were really dumb that I can't remember off the top of my head. T. Crowler, what do you think? Not just dumb shit, but what did you like about the season? Don't be so mad.
No, I just remember in the beginning when I said I really liked it.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine.
I liked it, but I forgot about all those stupid shit. No,
You're
serious.
like
No,
being
because-
fluctuated because you like
No,
it.
there's a
right?
lot of good
No,
about it.
There is a lot of good about it.
So, okay, season finale at the beginning, I love the fact that you finally get Nightwing. I love the fact the way he looked.
Yes,
I
great.
love the fact that when he pulled out his... Hold on.
Brilliant.
I love the fact when he pulled out his... All the shit he was doing.
Yes.
Okay? Somebody else was talking to me about the reason he beat Deathstroke, and he should have been able to beat him so easy.
He shouldn't.
No, he should have. He will... Okay, he should have had help. Okay, he should have had help from the people in the car, like Dove and Wonder Girl were in the front of the car. They weren't doing shit but sitting there watching, right? Then you get Deathstroke's daughter that just her and Nightwing are going to kill this guy. I don't think he's dead because he's enhanced, and it showed. I mean, I don't think he's dead. They stabbed him once. He's laying there. I think he's just fucking waiting for him to fucking leave.
He playing possum?
I think he's playing possum. He's gonna come back. Watch. But besides that, I think he wasn't straight in his head because he had Jericho messing with him inside his head. He had that shit going on in his head. So when Dick realized that Jericho was there, and then Deathstroke knew that, Dick knew that, he's like, look, you can't call his name, whatever. That kind of threw him off, but he shouldn't have thrown him off so much to where he's going to die so easily. Like, he should have still been able to fight him off, you know.
But you see what they were going for,
yeah,
what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I do see what they were going for, like you said. So with that, and then the tower thing, I agree, because my first thought when I watched it, I was like, what the fuck, where was Superboy? Where was Connor? It's fucking super speed. Like,
but also
she should
that shouldn't have killed her.
Shouldn't have killed her. No, I agree. It should not kill her. But if they're gonna go with that stupid plot or whatever, you got again. These guys are too used to just standing around letting shit happen. Like,
here's what they wanted.
Why did he zoom? Like,
they wanted to create a mechanism to kill her. They just came up with a lame one.
Yeah, that was very lame. So,
I
don't know. I agree with a lot of things you guys said. That's why I'm just sitting here, like shaking my head, because they're right. There's a lot of things they could have done differently. There's the plots and how they were doing things are stupid. That sacrifice could have been done way better than a freaking tower falling and electrocuting.
Nightwing looked fucking awesome though. The suit looked fucking awesome
exactly
when he finally showed up. That was exactly how I envisioned a live action Nightwing should look. And I can even buy him beating Deathstroke and using that as a plot device to show his metamorphosis into this character. And that's fine. I don't agree with that, but I can see what they're doing with it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it shouldn't have been so fucking heavy-handed. And also, it's like, he's still not Dick Grayson yet. He's still being like this Batman fucking reboot, right? And like, that's fine. Also, Starfire and all the shit going on with her family with Blackfire, I read that her sister Blackfire is going to be a main character in the next season. I'm sorry, don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about any of that.
She's walking away and her eyes turn black right at the end.
I don't care. I don't care about that subplot. I don't care about Starfire. That was anytime that they would cut to that, I was bored. That was the least interesting subplot.
Like going in just like a complete different direction.
There's too many things going on, but like I said, I'm really interested to see what they do the next season, because they did say that now they're going to have more of what you saw at the beginning. You saw them at the table and then something happens and they all leave as a group. Now they know what they're doing. They go as a group. Hopefully they fight together as a group and they start tearing some people apart and doing things to actually protect the city and people the way that we're used to seeing in comics or in the animated series and all that.
You mean not having some of them sit and be spectators?
Right,
yeah.
And hopefully Guard can turn into something besides a fucking tiger the whole time.
So on that note, CGI is fucking terrible. The CGI for Gar is the tiger, fucking garbage. Some of the other CGI was really, really bad too. I want to say the Jason Todd shit was good. The Jason Todd and Deathstroke's daughter shit was very good. And most of the show was actually very good. It wasn't like, I was going to be very favorable to this until I saw the last few episodes. Like, it dropped off for me. It didn't ruin the whole season.
Yeah.
But I was, for a moment there, I was like, this is so much better than season 1, and I really liked season 1.
Right.
Now I'm just like, is it better than season 1? Kind of.
Yeah, the first few, I was super excited.
But
like, oh my god,
some really big episodes. Like you said, Aqualad dying, that was a surprise.
The Superboy episode was good.
Superboy was really good.
Even the one where Hawk's like a cage fighter and shit, that was very good. Like, it took a lot of steps forward, right? But then it fucked some shit up.
Like I was saying, so what we said at the end, how they work together is what they're actually going for. They said that the first 2 seasons, the way the chronological order, I guess, was off, and they had to like do some different shoots and all this other stuff. So they're saying that this 3rd season is going to be more of a team aspect. Like they're working as a team. They know what their agenda is, and they have this team thing the whole time. You don't have all these separate stories. Is what they're saying, and a couple articles that I was reading. So hopefully it goes that route. And but other than that, like a lot of fan service, and. So there's aspects of it I like, but there's some really stupid things that they should have done.
It almost seems to me like they had a plan in season 1 and like what they were going to do moving forward, and then they totally retconned it for this season because it feels like 2 totally different things they're doing. And that's fine, but we need it to feel like a singular freaking thought, right? Exactly. So I feel like whatever they're doing in season 3, I hope they stick to it because it really feels like they changed things up a little bit too much. I do think as a whole this season, in terms of characters, like I've said this before in like Avengers movies, sometimes the best part of those movies is just watching them hang out at a party and bullshit.
Right.
Like the scene where it's Aqualad's birthday, watching them just like hang out. Like I was on board with that. Like that was really cool. Like when it's character driven, I like it. But then it got a little too like big for its britches, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Weapon 2, anything else you want to add?
I agree. I think that's it.
What
more do you want me to say?
I feel like, I don't mean to be mean to it. I really, 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 really like it. I still 100% recommend Titans pretty much anybody. I thought it was thoroughly good. I thought Dick Grayson as Nightwing was something I've always wanted to see in live action.
What's the best
Damn,
thing on the
super
DC
great.
Universe?
It is.
I mean, and that new Harley Quinn.
By the way, that's really good.
That Harley Quinn.
Holy
is-
shit, that is really good.
Is delightful.
That might be one of the best things I've seen
It's
in a long time.
hilarious.
Oh my god, that is so meta.
I love it.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yes,
I'm on board. Is there a new episode? Let's watch that right now because I am so on board with that.
Yeah,
Anyway, back to Titans.
All right.
Yeah, it's good. There's some actors on this show that I really, really like. Like I said, any of the Hawk and Dove stuff was really good. Some characters from the first season I feel kind of backpedaled a little bit because they didn't quite know what to do with them. As a whole, I like this, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. Make better casting choices, please.
Yeah.
Because if Superman's 90 and in a walker, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Oh, back to the Superboy things. Him being essentially a child and not knowing how to control his
Right.
emotions and
Cool.
accidentally going to murder
yeah,
cop. Great, all of that
Yeah.
really worked for me. So, yeah, great things about the show.
Crypto. I saw Crypto. I'm like, Crypto. And then later on, I went, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So a lot of things worked, a lot of things didn't work, but it shows a lot of promise, and I'm excited to see where it goes moving forward. T. Crawler, closing thoughts.
I agree with your closing thoughts. Like, I'm excited to see where it goes, and as a whole, I did like it, like I said before, and I'm just I'm excited to see where they continue to go with this show. So.
Number two, closing thoughts.
Nothing. I think it's awesome. Watch it. It's great, except for the things that we talked about that weren't great.
All right.
What? Captain Mal, closing thoughts. I heart Minka Kelly. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the World's Greatest News and Reviews. If you've enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe.
We really need you to like and subscribe. We really need you to like and subscribe. Peace out.